I discovered an activity that you can actually ride on the bicycle on an abandoned rail track. And that became the centerpiece of my travel plan. Gifu Prefecture is packed with Wagyu beef and history and all exciting activities, and I can't wait to share with you all.
I wanna do it all with you by my side. If you're in, meet me here tonight. Be brave and come along, I'll be your ride. Promise we don't need no brake lights. We can travel the world.
Every year I travel to different parts of Japan, but it's rare for me to visit the same place twice. Yet I went to Gifu Prefecture 2 years in a row, last year and the year before. Each visit revealed a different side of Gifu, from the charming little Kyoto of Hidatakayama to the UNESCO World Heritage, listed Shirakawa-go with its traditional thatched roof houses. Since Gifu doesn't have major airport, you will likely need to access it by using nearby airports and transferring via trains or buses. Depending on where you're going, buses, taxis, or rental cars are the best options for getting around. I've linked the accommodations and the must-visit spot I recommend in the description below, so if you're planning to trip to Gifu, be sure to check them out. First, let me introduce Shirakawa-go. I actually visited this spot separately last year with friends, but it's such an iconic destination in Gifu Prefecture that it's impossible not to mention. Shirakawa-go is one of Japan's most famous sightseeing spots and was designated a UNESCO World Heritage Site in 1995. It's renowned for its gassho-zukuri architecture, a traditional style of Dutch roof houses that changes its charm with the season. You can access Shirakawa-go by highway bus from major cities like Nagoya and Aichi Prefecture. However, during peak seasons, it's best to reserve your bus tickets in advance. One thing that surprised me when we visited was a limited parking. The village is still home to residents who maintain their traditional way of life, so many parking spaces are reserved for overnight guests staying in the local accommodation. If you want to immerse yourself in the world of Shirakawa-go, I highly recommend booking a stay at one of the village inns. I've included a link to some options below. Did you know that Hida beef is one of the famous Japan's Wagyu brands? Representing Gifu Prefecture, Hida beef is known for its tender texture, fine marbling, and melt-in-your-mouth flavor.
There's no one like you, my little.
If you're in Gifu, you absolutely have to try it. We enjoyed the feast of Hida beef at the restaurant Yumasa. After nearly 5 hours of driving that day, the yakiniku dinner was especially satisfying and the quality of the meat was unforgettable.
Promise me that you know the world is yours. Strike them with your glow. Go on now, be good.
For those who want to experience the atmosphere of an Edo period castle town, Hidatakayama in Gifu Prefecture is a must visit. Here you can enjoy traditional architecture, historical streets, and local culture. One of the highlights is Sanmachi Street, lined with wooden buildings that retain the charm of the Edo era. Breweries, souvenir shops, and wagashi, traditional sweet stores, makes a livery area to explore.
Overgrown. You know where to go if you follow that heart. One step at a time, we all play our part. Go out
We couldn't
now.
resist sampling Hida beef skewers and sushi from street vendors while strolling through the streets. It's the perfect blend of old world charm and delicious eats. During our time in Hidatakayama, we stayed at a Yatsusankan, an onsen ryokan with a rich history dating back to the Ansei era, 1854 to 1860. The rooms and decor reflect its long-standing tradition, and the hospitality was warm and memorable. The highlight of our stay was Hida beef sukiyaki. It was so unforgettable that I still order Hida beef from Gifu to this day.
Live your life.
Finally, let's talk about the activities that kick off my Gifu plans. Gattango. It's an activity where you can ride a spatially modified mountain bike on abandoned tracks on the old Kamioka Railway.
It's the fire in the rain.
The names come from the Gattangotto sound and vibration you experience as you ride over the tracks. There are two courses, the town course and the valley course, each offering different scenery and experiences. We booked the valley course, which takes you through Gifu's breathtaking natural
It's the
landscape.
way you cross the floor before you head on out the door. It's the figure on the wall. So many times I hear
This
you
activity is
call.
best booked in advance through the official website or travel platforms.
Silence of the
There are also packed deals that include transportation from JR Takayama Station by bus or taxi, so it's worth considering.
Another shadow for the blind. Think I'm gonna lose my mind. Although I'm running up a hill, I feel I'm always standing still. Can't remember where I've been. I don't know.
And that
where I should
concludes our trip to Gifu Prefecture. While I originally traveled for these activities, I ended up enjoying so much more. Although Gifu lacks a major airport, I hope this video inspires you to consider it as your next travel destination. For highlights of this trip, check out the cinematic video I've linked, which condenses the experience into 4 minutes. And as always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.
It's far too many of us here, crowded, planet full of fear. It's not the way it's meant to be. We should be happy, living free. Although I'm running up a hill, I feel I'm always standing still. Can't remember where I've been. Don't know where I should begin.